Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Monday, so we are ready for another episode of Monday Moves and Chat. We do hope that everybody had a great Monday. If you're in Columbia, we know that or different parts of South Carolina, I'm sorry, we've had the crazy weather this afternoon, so I hope everybody is safe and dry. Looks like the worst part of it is over. Some areas got thunderstorms, tornado warnings, but we are thankful that we are able to still join y'all tonight and have some great conversation. So we are going to wait for everybody to start joining, and then we're going to officially get started. Again, hope everybody had a great, great Monday. It is the last day of March, so hope that you are preparing to bring April in with sunshines and butterflies and unicorns and rainbows. So we're gonna get everybody in authority. And I apologize, y'all. I don't have no glasses on, so I'm trying to get used to wearing them, and I just took them off. However, we'll be good. Hey, girl.
Child, I usually do a pre-look of myself before I come on here. I've been rushing.
I'm sorry. I,
Mm, This is
I
me.
just took my glasses off, and I have to remember that I need to start wearing them more.
Oh,
So I think that's a bad idea.
yeah, that might
Like
help.
I just took them off, like 49 seconds before hitting go
Girl,
live.
if I
So
take these off, we ain't nothing happening.
really,
Girl, I'm blind as a bat.
mine has only gotten worse. What I've noticed, because of work, the multiple screens, I have three.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like I realize like at night, if I'm driving at night, yeah, go ahead and put them on. Yeah.
Welcome to my world, girl.
Yeah. Other than that,
No,
I'm
my
pretty
prescription
cool.
don't
Like,
change. I'm blind. I'm nearsighted in one eye, farsighted in another.
how? Is that a thing? All right. Okay. That's new, but okay.
Hello, my name
Okay.
is Quinn. Right.
Okay. Okay.
How are you? How was
Well,
your Monday?
it was
Okay.
okay. It was okay. The thunderstorms, the weird weather has been.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had like
Love.
three people call me. No, I was like, everybody was like, so we hope you're home out of the storm. And I was like, yeah, I'm on the couch, curled up. Like, I was like this. Like, I'm good. Yeah. Everybody knows my fear of thunderstorms now. And thanks to my cousin Lori, everybody's like, yeah,
Honey,
she got a
now you
problem.
don't have everybody checking on you, and that's a good thing.
I had like three calls.
Mhm.
Soon as it started, it was like, oh, hey, girl, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Right,
Long as I'm
right,
at the house, long as I'm in the house, I'm
right.
good. I'm good. Hey, Brandy. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But how was your Monday?
Um, it started off a little rough with, work folk, but it got better as the day progressed. I guess the
Okay.
rain washed the foolishness away.
Because sometimes it needs to happen.
Baby, listen, to start with me first thing in the morning, I had to go take a little walk. And then in my walk, I realized I didn't have my keys because I was going to drive away. Hey, Brandy.
The one thing I do appreciate about my job has what's called focus rooms. So let me tell you, they get on my nerves. Where's
Mhm.
Carla? In the focus room. Other than that, I'm at my house at my own desk and I can just see
We
y'all in
have
about
one
45
of those
minutes.
focus rooms, but it's not really private.
Oh, ours is.
Yeah.
And it gets dark. So if you want to go in there and just have a moment and not even have the lights on,
hmm
yeah, yeah. Love it. Love it. Like, love it. Absolutely love it. So, yeah.
Envious of that, but yeah, do what you gotta do, child. Because
Yeah.
today was one of those.
Shout out to my employer for that. They did good on that modernized. They're gonna give y'all this focus room. So
Okay.
other
And
than
since we're
that,
doing shout out to Ashley in her absence. We miss you,
I
girl.
know we miss you.
She had wifely duties to tend to tonight.
Being a wife is hard. Actually, I don't know. Never mind. But being a wife is hard. So We do miss you, Ashley. We definitely miss you. But we'll see you back. We want to see your smiling face later on.
Right.
So
We miss you.
we miss
You
you.
see when you bring up topics that I shouldn't elaborate on. I just can't.
Well, I'll say being a wife is hard. I don't know because I'm not one, but that's fine. It's fine. But nonetheless, nonetheless, we are. Please, Brandy, please pop her hand telepathically or something. I don't even know how to telepathically. Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Virtually.
There we go. Virtually. Thank you. To tap her hand. There you go. But we do appreciate y'all for joining us. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. Did it do the heart?
No. They didn't do anything. Oh,
Facebook
there
is
we go.
sometime. Oh, there's the heart. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining us. We are officially on episode 7. So
Is it
yeah,
7 or 8?
don't get me lying. Which one is it?
I feel like it's more like 8. But hey, we'll take 7.
7
Let's
or
just
8.
give
We're
it.
gonna call
Yeah.
it 7-ish, just in case we're closer to 8.
Right.
We'll figure
Just
that out
more time
after
for
the
us to
show.
spend with y'all.
Yeah, that's all. So we just want to thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate getting these submissions. Which like last week, we're able to use the submission as the
Mm-hmm.
topic. So we
Yes.
thoroughly appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
We got some other people watching, so thank y'all for joining. Quinn, did you share it yet?
I did. I
No?
shared it on our page. And if you want to
Mm.
see previous episodes of Monday Moves and Chats, please join us on our YouTube page, Monday Moves and Chats.
Go there, subscribe to us,
This is
get all
season
the
4. So y'all have like 1, 2, 3 seasons to catch up on if you're new with us.
yeah. But
And
we're
we
quick
want you to be a part of
watches,
our chat group.
and y'all don't do nothing during the day at work, so just
Right.
cut on
Just kind
YouTube.
of listen to it.
Yeah, comment,
Join
share, tell us what you think. We love constructive criticism. So yeah,
in
just
conversations because that's
yeah,
what we are. We're
exactly.
conversationalists. These are all the conversations we have behind y'all's backs that we're deciding to share with y'all. So just come and join us.
Basically. So
Yep.
now we can share what we talk about y'all about.
Right. Because we
So
listen and we judge a little,
or
but mostly a
right. Or a lot. I judge a lot.
mediocre.
I judge a lot. So we got some people watching. I got my cousin Lori watching. Hey Lori. So of
Hey,
course
mother-in-law.
we got to spend, yes, the weekend celebrating her son's wedding. So congratulations to the Kellys. Absolutely beautiful. Just wonderful time seeing family. Realized that my babies have grown completely up
Baby, they
and
adults now.
had a moment
Mm-hmm.
because I was just like, oh, they're not 9, 10, 13, 14,
Right.
15 anymore. They are 20, 21, 23, and they're funny. They're hilarious. They're some very well raised, amazing children. So, shout out to my family because had a good weekend, and I don't know who the next wedding gonna be, so we'll see what happens. Because I don't have a clue unless somebody ain't telling me something that I'm supposed to know. So we'll see what happens with the next family nuptials. But until then, we had an amazing time, beautiful ceremony. Again,
Shameless
congratulations to the
plug, if
Kellys.
you're having any nuptials or any events coming up, something blue is the thing for you. Always choose something blue for any event you may have. Owner or operator Carla Edmonds. Thank you. Shameless plug.
Look at you with the commercial. Come on, commercial. All we needed was some background music and a stock
Right.
picture of a bride and groom.
I should have set it up. I should have set it up. I'm gonna be ready next week.
Okay, okay, we got
Mhm,
it. We got it.
mhm,
We got it. We got
mhm.
it. But nonetheless, we're gonna get started. So let me say this. We got a submission from a man.
Oh,
That does
hey,
not
Mr. Man.
happen. Right. That does not happen a lot. So we appreciate right, commercial break. We appreciate y'all submitting because a lot of times it's just us ladies and
Right.
we love to hear things from a male's perspective. So I'm hoping that we'll get some other men to join in on the chat tonight and kind of tell us how they feel, but we're excited. So we do thank you for submitting. So I've got it. Hold on. Y'all can see it. I got scared. I didn't think I could see it. So I can see it. So submission tonight, again, he does want to remain anonymous, but we do thank you anyway, sir, for submitting. He says, I just recently hit a milestone in my relationship of 2 years. I love her, but we don't address the difficult stuff. There's a major financial issue. She's content with not working on her health and refuses therapy when she has trauma that needs to be treated. How do I bring this up? I love her, but if we don't get these things handled, I don't know if we'll see 3 years. So let us discuss.
Do you want to start, or should I say something first?
Go ahead.
So apparently there has been a conversation between the two for them to go ahead and know, to acknowledge what the problems may be, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and you said they've been in a relationship for 3 years?
2 years. His
2
fear
years.
is basically if these issues aren't addressed, they're not going to make it to 3, but they've been for 2.
My first thing, not to be like defensive, but my thing is, have you addressed your issues? Because you can't lead a horse to water. How that saying go?
I know what you're trying to say,
You get what
but I can't
I'm
say it right
saying?
now. Yeah.
Like, she has to want to fix her issues.
Yeah. Laura just said therapy won't work until the person is ready to receive help.
Right. And so you can acknowledge what you see wrong in her, but how about you start working on yourself, and that can encourage her to want to work on herself.
I
And
do
if
see
that doesn't,
that.
and if that doesn't help her, like try to get an idea that she needs to work on herself,
Yeah.
then y'all might just have to have the hard conversation of put it all on the table, because apparently you've already acknowledged what everything is. So you can lead a horse. Yeah, that's it, Lord. Thank you. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink.
Both of them with her and Brandy.
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't
and
think
Brandon
of it.
both on the same page. I appreciate y'all, because I knew it was something about a horse and some water.
Oh gosh. But I do see the point where if she's not ready to make that commitment to go to therapy or address her issues, then it really doesn't matter. But I think there's another issue. So I think a lot of times, especially for, and I'll go ahead and say it, for African American men, sometimes in relationships, their feelings are or can be ignored. I'm not saying all men, but I have seen instances where the female is so focused on what she wants, what she thinks, how she feels. Sometimes the black male is not acknowledged in what he's feeling. So if these are issues and he knows that these are issues, and just like you said, he's already brought these issues up, then if she really loves him and they love each other, they've made it these 2 years, then part of her should want to say, well, if he cares enough about me to bring it up, then maybe I should care enough to address it. And maybe not everything at one time. Maybe just address the health issues. Go ahead and go see your primary care physician. Whatever those health issues are, go ahead and at least start working on that. Maybe if you start with that, maybe you can move on to the therapy. Maybe you can move on to getting a financial advisor. But I think that in a relationship, it's still compromise and it's give and take. And I know we've said it since season 1. You gotta have those difficult conversations. Because if you're not going to her and saying, like, okay, you spent $647 this week, but the light bill is due, and the water bill is due, and the cell phone is due, and we got insurance to pay, and our account is negative 199.07, man, what we gonna do? And I'm not bashing her. I'm not bashing her. But I would love to have the compromise. Okay, he cares about me enough to understand that this is an issue. Let me acknowledge what his feelings are.
Right.
And I've got male friends. Sometimes those African American male feelings are ignored. And I
mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But if they've come to the point of speaking about the traumas, and I mean, granted, everybody has a past. Everybody has experienced life, and
Right.
whatever life may be for you. But if you're just pinpointing her traumas and her experiences and things of that nature, you might have to look and see what is attracting you to her, knowing that she's already going through all of these things. So, do you have a savior complex and you feel like you can save her? Like it starts to spiral when you start going deeper. So maybe if you both go to some sort of counseling of some sort, maybe
Yeah.
you can help her, but also find out what is attracting you to her and her traumas. Because you don't just go to a person and not take on whatever else they're bringing along with them. You're attracted to that person and whatever else their baggage may be.
So let's go back to that.
Mm-hmm.
How? But is that fair for you to be in a relationship with somebody you have to take on their stuff?
No, but apparently he's been there for 2 years.
Yeah.
So at some point, either he feels stuck or he likes it. So is
Some
he
people
trying to
like,
play
but some
Captain
people like
Save-A-Ho?
misery. Yeah, and some people like misery though, because it gives them the sympathy card.
So then
It gives them the
there again,
opportunity for people to feel for them. And but
mm-hmm. But
I
then
think that
again,
that's a mental thing. Like you, what did you miss as a child where you have to feel like that?
mm-hmm.
So I know. Ooh, I know
Right.
somebody like that. Well, I just thought about it. Jesus, and she annoys me. I'm sorry,
Oh,
but the
she
yeah,
she annoys us.
because it's always woe is me. I can't get through this. I can't do
Yeah.
this. You need to feel sorry for me.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be a lot of girl, pray for me because this going on. Pray for yourself.
Right.
I'm
Prayer
tired of
first has to
using my
start with you.
I'm
Right.
tired of using my Jesus time to communicate your problems. Pray
Mm-hmm.
for yourself. So nonetheless, sidebar. Sorry,
Mm-mm.
but
You're right.
it's like a like what is she? And I don't know what those childhood traumas are
Mm-hmm.
that have given her some type of issue now. He didn't elaborate on any of that, but I think he's watching. He's watching.
Okay.
So um, it's like,
You
what do
got
you
a
do
decision
next?
to make, buddy.
Yeah,
You got a decision to make, and I really think you just need to lay the cards on the table and have that conversation. Because, like you say, it might not make it to 3 years, but if you want to continue the relationship with that person, you need to go ahead and have that conversation.
I think there's a
Yeah.
lot when people don't want to compromise in
Mm-hmm.
relationships. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying compromise if you're with somebody that's narcissistic or abusive, or whether it's physical, emotionally, mental, whatever type of abuse it is. I'm not saying compromise with those type of things, but I mean compromise in saying, I know this is her issue, her thing. I know
Mm-hmm.
this is his issue, this thing. I know this bothers him. I know this is her trigger. I know this is his trigger. Like those are the things where I'm saying you got to have those open conversations. So if you
Yeah.
know that childhood trauma, and I just use for an example, I don't like hospitals. So let's just say
Mm-hmm.
that trauma is associated with me in hospitals, and I'm not comfortable. I don't expect you to be like, hey, I want to go to the hospital to visit somebody, and I want you to go. I expect you to be remember and say, oh, you know what? I do understand XYZ. I know you don't want to do this. So let's make a compromise. Maybe I FaceTime you when I get there so you can speak to the person. Maybe we send a flower together, a
Mm-hmm.
balloon, something like that. But don't put me in a situation where I'm going to feel uncomfortable. So
Right.
maybe in this case, after he talks to her and figures out, like, what are those triggers? What makes you spend like a crazy person if you're having
Mm-hmm.
financial issues? Do we need to sit down and set a budget? Do we need to sit down and possibly figure out a way for you to save some money?
Right.
Once we go to that, then all right, let's go to the next thing. Why are you scared to go to the doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if you don't know what it is, it'll go away? Do you think they'll mistreat you? Do you want me to go with you? Whatever the case may be, find out what those things are and either work with her, but don't work against her.
Right.
You know, and
Right. You're so
and
right.
I wonder if there is some type of childhood trauma or some type of trauma that he's had though, where they may have possibly been connected in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
Lori
I think
said, how do we know if it's really an issue or his preference? True, true.
that's what
Because
I was saying.
maybe he want the rich girl with perfect health
Mm-hmm.
and no trauma. Like sir,
But baby,
everybody ain't
when you when
perfect
you
though.
get when you get a rich girl with perfect health and no trauma, then she knows how to spot BS.
So maybe this is your comfort zone because
Right.
she can't tell what you are because of her own mess. It's a possibility.
Mm,
It's a I got a message.
trauma
Hopefully.
bond. That's right, Brandy.
Ooh,
That's a whole episode in itself.
I
And I've experienced trauma bond.
yeah, I have to.
I've experienced trauma bond to the extent of confusing it with love, and also settling within that trauma bond and not necessarily knowing how to get out of it. So
With I ain't gonna go too deep on this, but with mine, it was trying to use non-colorful language. A
go
lot of
ahead.
it was
It's Monday.
a lot of it too was waiting. And I don't know if this makes sense, but a lot of it was waiting because it was like I'm gonna wait on him to make this decision because in my mind the trauma bond is what brought us together, so I still had to act in it. And the waiting was done for so long, I started to resent everything about that person. And in my mind, until I went to therapy,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really understand what a trauma bond was.
Right.
And in this case, like the therapist was like, baby, that's a form of mental abuse. This man knew that you were going to be in the corner. He knew that you were never going to leave. He knew that you weren't going to walk away, but he knew that he could still do whatever he wanted to do and always come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't fair. Yeah. Waiting
Right.
for them
Waiting
to
on them to
change to be
go.
the potential you see in them. Yeah.
Right.
And a
Right.
lot of women do that. That's
And the
so
sad thing is,
unfortunate.
a lot of people do it and they're not able to understand or be able to identify it. And so when you just moving in that space and then you go year after year after year after year.
I always think about it as you can't treat me the way you treated me when you met me in a certain location. I'll
Baby,
explain.
listen, there has to be some growth. It has to be
Right,
growth in life. There has to
right.
be growth somewhere.
If you
If
met
you
me in
expect
a
me to be the same
club,
person I was 20 years ago, baby, you're not growing.
if you met me in a club 20 years ago, I'm not the same person. I hate to say this, but I'm not the same person standing on top of a bar 20 from
Come
20
on.
something years
What was the
ago.
coyote? Come on, coyote ugly.
Coyote ugly. So, but I'm not that same person. I can't be that
Right,
same person.
right.
So you can't treat me like that person.
Mm-hmm.
You can't acknowledge me like that person who may have been in a club or met you in a different setting, and now you see me in a corporate America outfit, and you're thinking you can treat me the same way.
Right.
No, no. Everybody should be evolving to the point where they're better people, not just for themselves, but
Mm-hmm.
for the other people that are around them. Yeah.
Lori said, if you met me 20 years ago, hold on, I no longer use the name I used to give.
the
What was that name?
the alias.
What
There's
was
no
the
telling.
alias, Lori?
There was a list.
Oh, it was a list.
Yeah. I think we all had them though. That's the bad part.
I really never had an alias.
Are you serious?
I was too trusting.
Mm-mm. I was Shantae for a long time.
You don't even look like a Shantae.
Exactly. And when they asked me my number, 779-6161, Pizza Hut on Two Notch Road. They calling Pizza Hut Arcadia Lake. Wait. I'm serious. I'm serious.
And it's not even your designated Pizza Hut, which is funny to me.
No, it's not. Why would I give them mine? No. Why would I do
You're hilarious.
that? Why would I
That
do
is
such a thing?
hilarious.
Yeah. I
I
never.
trusted everybody, Justin. That's what's the problem. I didn't know no better. I was young and naive and stupid.
But I think like for us, for women, most women, we'll say the majority of women, we're very trusting anyway.
Right.
So I think we let our guards down sometimes too soon.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, I think the other person is like, "Yep, got her."
Right.
They're like, "Got her,"
Hook,
and they
line, and
pounce on
sinker.
it.
And
Yeah,
that
and I think
girl,
some
yeah.
people like pounce on that, and they
Mm-hmm.
choose to be that type of person, and that's unfair,
It
unfair.
is.
But in I don't want to say in his defense or in her
They
defense.
do.
I think like Lori said, he may have to address what he's got
Right.
going on.
Right.
Like, is this your preference? Are you trying to have a build a bear relationship?
That's what it sounds like.
Because it don't work.
Or you're trying to be the savior of the relationship.
Yeah.
You're trying to be the restorer.
Or do you have some type of obsession with somebody else that you were with that didn't have these issues? So now the
Mm-hmm.
person that you've chosen to start this relationship has them, and you're trying to get rid of them. I've seen that happen. I've definitely seen that happen where
Right.
they're waiting for some type of miracle to happen where they're making the new person like the older person.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were supposed to be with the other person, then wouldn't you still be with the other person? Nonetheless.
They probably wised up and got on what to get on. But we appreciate your submission. We're not judging. We're just trying to help you come to your
Yeah.
decision.
Start small. Talk
Right.
to her.
Ultimately, the
No,
decision is yours.
yeah, no relationship is worth it if you can't have difficult conversations. And matter of fact, I'll have a real transparent moment.
Mm-hmm.
Super transparent. Something happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say that. And I found out some news about something that bothered me. The
Mm-hmm.
reason why it bothered me was because uh, I felt like me and that person were closer, and I should have known. But I also
Right.
felt, sorry, no, not this time, not this time.
Okay. Okay.
But I felt like
Continue.
I should have known what was going
Mm-hmm.
on. But
Mm-hmm.
it also brought up, like I used the word triggers early. It brought up another trigger for
Gotcha.
me, and so I decided to confide in somebody about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
That person listened, but it was kind of like, all right, and it made me mad
Right.
because I was like, I'm confiding in you because you're the person I want to tell this to.
Mm-hmm.
You're the person I want to talk to. You're the person I'm expecting to say, okay, I'm sorry this happened,
Mm-hmm.
but blah 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 blah. And when I didn't get that response, it brought up another trigger.
Right.
And I was just like, so am I not worth listening to? Am I being ignored? Am I not important? So it took me down a rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, okay. Instead of me sitting and going down the rabbit hole and continuing to feel some type of way, I was like, you know what, let me talk to you for a minute.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me, and I had to do that because what then I had to understand is me and that person have different ways of dealing with things.
Mm-hmm.
So for that person, when I was confiding in them, the first thing they're thinking is, okay, you got it out, because that's their way of dealing with it. Once I get it out, I'm done. I don't need to hear nothing else about it. I don't have to have a conversation. So
Mm-hmm.
once you listen to me, you were done. Right. I spiraled bad based on old situations.
It
Yeah,
happens.
it was a bad spiral. It was a spiral where I was sitting here like, so who do
Those
you think
internal
I
conversations keep going.
am? Yes. Yeah.
Right.
But it literally made me like question. But then once I sat down and thought like, okay, so this is one of those difficult conversations where I'm going to have to open up and talk and say, this is how you made me feel. This is what happened. This is what I don't want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine. It's fine now. But the amount of time in my own brain that was like, girl, are you serious? Yeah. That internal conversation was like, you know what?
Baby, it will go on and on and on. And then
And I'm sitting
when
there,
you finally open your mouth, they're like, "Wait, what?"
what? Right.
Right.
Like, I didn't know this was a problem. I didn't know this was an
Right.
issue. I know this bothered you. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, okay, okay. But
Nice to
yeah,
know I'm not the only one who does that. Okay, cool.
no, no. And I've gone down rabbit, especially, and I'll say this, and I'm completely off topic, especially with grief. grief will send you down a rabbit hole of you be sitting there like, and I probably told the story before. I'll tell y'all. I'll tell y'all. I'll have this real transparent moment without crying.
Mm-hmm.
So after I lost my mom was silly. She sung a lot. We listened to a lot of music growing up. And there's a Dolly Parton song that my mom used to sing around the house when we were young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Target, 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 just walking around because you don't go to Target for things. You let Target tell you what you need. So I'm I'm walking around Target.
We
I think
boycotting Target. Go ahead.
well, this was a while
Oh, free
ago.
boycott. Okay.
Yeah, so this was maybe a month or two after I lost my mom.
Okay.
I'm
Gotcha.
walking around Target and the song starts playing. So here goes the spiral.
Uh huh.
I can I started to remember the last time I heard her sing the song. Then I started to remember all the other stuff that she would sing around the house being silly. Then I started to remember conversations we would have. And now I'm walking through Target bawling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean crying my eyes out. And I
Right.
said, this is not normal. The funny part about this whole story, this older lady walks up to me in Target. And remember, this is a Dolly Parton song. And she walks up to
Mm-hmm.
me and she says, baby, I love the song too, but I don't have this reaction.
Did
And
you
I had
laugh?
I did. I had to stop, but I was like, no, ma'am, I'm okay. I'm okay. So I'm like, let me hurry and get this register and get
Mm-hmm.
started. But the spiral of the internal thoughts that happened were like, I can tell you when she sung it. I can tell you from a song. And all I heard was the chorus.
Right. And I mean, that's like you said, the internal conversations. It'll do that to you, like
Yeah,
Lori said. So basically, in your head, you had a whole conversation, and they didn't go along with the script, and you got upset that they didn't read your script. Lori,
right.
exactly. You get us.
Nobody came to the reading table to tell
Right.
me, okay, we're ready for this scene. Nobody did it. Nobody did it. And I was mad because they was on scene 14 and I was still on scene 7.
Right.
They had to move past it and I was just like, but I'm still
We
here.
still
I'm still here.
got to feel the feels.
Right. I'm
Right.
on Tubi, y'all on HBO Max. Like you
Mhm.
gotta help me
Mhm.
out.
And just to stay on that topic of grief just a little bit longer, I know with that, that's just ugh, that sucks. Grief sucks.
Bad.
And I know your mom passing was more recent, but like
Mm-hmm.
even when my mom passing, and it's been 20 years
Wow.
this year,
Wow. I know it's been that long.
it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Right.
Yeah, but it'll be 20 years come April. Well, starting in April.
But grief
And I'm like,
doesn't have a
oh,
time frame. It doesn't have
run.
instructions. It doesn't have anything. And what people fail to understand, you can grieve stuff before it happens.
Right.
You can, and it doesn't just grief isn't just associated with death.
Hmm.
Grief, you can grieve losing a job. You can grieve losing a relationship. You can grieve friendships. But the grief doesn't start as soon as a casket closes.
Right.
It's like it's a whole process, and it's a lot that goes along with it. And I can't stand the people that say you'll be fine. You'll be
Oh, I had somebody
fine.
tell me, oh, you've experienced death before. You'll be okay.
So
Because I lost my mom 20 years ago, and then I lost my grandfather, who was, another integral person in my life. And
yeah,
you have the nerve to tell me you've experienced this before. You'll be okay. Wrong thing to say.
I'll never forget. I know Laura about to comment. I'll never forget losing my mom, and somebody was like, "What y'all crying for? Y'all had an amazing relationship." And
That's why I'm crying.
and literally like was trying to get my brother to stop while we were at the cemetery. And the people in my family with that particular family member and my pastor were like, leave him alone.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are so insensitive.
Because they don't
Hmm.
understand. They just don't understand. And I'm
And
not
I've
saying
experienced
everybody just,
somebody being insensitive for many, many years in regards
yeah.
to their grief process. But it
Yeah.
wasn't until they experienced the same grief, then they were like, well, now I know what you were saying. That's what I was trying to explain to you. But your insensitivity level was always at an all-time high of that happened so long ago, you should get over it. Never tell anybody to get over it. Never tell anybody that they should be able to manage. Because I mean,
And
I
it's
could be sitting
individual.
here and just think of the randomest things. And my y'all, my baby, she's such a what is the word an empath? Ava knows when you're not feeling your best and
Really?
when you're feeling emotional, and she's so
Oh,
emotional herself.
really?
Like, but it's just like, oh my gosh, everything is chock full of emotion.
Okay.
But like,
Okay.
just to see how she deals with grief at her young age. Like, people just really need to just take a page and just shut up and either be supportive or
Or
shut up.
hush. Yeah.
Shut up.
I literally learned I never say anything to somebody will say I know how you feel because I don't know how you feel.
You don't.
Um, I have no idea how you're feeling. I don't even. There are times where I tell people like you can just call me, but you ain't got to talk. If you just
Mm-hmm.
want me to listen to you scream and breathe on the phone, that's cool.
Right.
Because there's a method of being there for somebody without you
Mm-hmm.
having to run your mouth.
Shout out to the friends that are just there to listen and for venting purposes.
Yeah,
Shout out to the family that is actually like,
yeah,
holding you down during those processes because, baby, that's hard. It's hard and it's hard to manage on your own, and it's hard to continue your life when you have somebody who's so interested. That's how you have those people that die from broken heart right after a loved one dies. I mean, because
yep.
it's like it's devastating.
And people don't understand that's a real thing.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
real
it's real.
thing.
It's real, authentic. That's like true. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Whew.
it's.
Now
I know we went down a
we done
rabbit
went from
hole.
bad relationship down to
Right.
grief. Same
We went
thing.
through a
Go
whole.
ahead, sir. Who's sitting at the
You're
desk?
already
Go ahead and
grieving your
grieve that
relationship,
relationship. You
right?
gotta go. See,
Or either start grieving your relationship and figure out what you're gonna do.
intertwined.
Yeah, right. You're right though.
Good.
But you know what? A lot of childhood traumas come from grief. So talk to her and ask her if that's the case too. Start
Mhm.
the conversation. Figure out what you're gonna do. Make the best decision for you, but literally just don't stay in anything just because you want to stay. If you're
Right.
not happy, if you're miserable, listen. I learned a long time ago. I ain't happy. Deuces.
It's like working at a bad job. When that job get unbearable,
Gotta go.
put in your
Gotta
resignation.
go. Like you literally would just be like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I'm gonna keep doing this all night. I promise.
I yeah, it usually doesn't work for me because it's racist.
I know you ain't talking.
It's
Cause
racist.
baby, chocolate over here.
It's so racist.
Mm.
It's so racist. So nonetheless, I did do like a quick question,
Okay, I was looking up one too, so we'll go with your question.
and it's not anything crazy. It actually doesn't even have anything.
Oh,
It's not crazy this time. It actually doesn't even have really anything to do with the topic that we did on submission either. But nonetheless, I thought it'd be a fun
okay.
question.
I take.
So, if you had basically indisposable income, no, not a care in the world,
Mm,
what's the one thing that you would immediately do tomorrow?
go buy a grill.
Like a grill? Are you gonna go be an extra in a Nelly video? Like I'm confused.
I just want one so bad. That's been on my mind lately. That's all I've been thinking about. I've semi designed it in my head. It's gonna be like a gold and diamond trim around the bottom, and then I want one that's a ruby because that's my birthstone.
All right.
Right. So there you
Okay.
go.
All right.
I've been talking about it for the past year. I think I want a grill.
Okay. Well, if there's anybody in the comments that would like to tell us just indisposable income, what's something that you would do tomorrow?
Get a grill.
Just something that you would choose to do the next day. Lord, if
Lord,
I'm judging.
don't judge. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with them right now. What would you do, Carla?
So mine is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually buy like a family compound. I'm serious. Like I would invest in real
Oh, we talking
estate
about
and
like
have,
big money.
yeah, like I would have like enough real estate to where, we got like a main, almost like a main clubhouse
Mm-hmm.
for all family events, and then everybody has
I
their own
love that.
houses on their own pieces of land.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be good for us to be together. I think
Yeah.
we're getting older and we're missing out on opportunities and time to spend with each other. So I would put everybody on the compound. You still have your privacy, but you
Mm-hmm.
still got your own house. But I would invest in getting a family compound.
Quiet as it's kept. That's what my grandfather wanted. He wanted to build like a big family event center in Winsboro.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. He wanted because we do like family reunions every 2 years. So his in his mind, he wanted to have like a place where we could all gather together. It would have
Yeah.
a restroom facility, an outdoor area, a playground for the kids. That was his whole goal. Yeah. Hey,
Cool.
Denise, girl.
Shanice. Let me see. We missed some. Ryan said gangster grill.
Yes, that's
Laura
what I
said
want,
Laura said
Ryan.
you ain't gonna stay close to them people. Yes, I'm well, okay, so because I designed the compound, my house would
Hmm.
probably be away on the bigger piece of land, but away. But I would want, because I want out, like we all grew up close.
Yeah.
So I want like the kids now to be able to be like, I'm running across the yard to so and so's
I
house.
want to
But
steal your idea. I would like a compound. Well, hold on. I want a compound, but I want to pick the family members I want to live near me.
I agree.
Now, and I'm gonna say this because my messy cousins that come back and watch this, they were like, "Well, who would you pick?" I ain't gonna say because I got a lot of y'all. So it's some on my mama's side, and some on my daddy's side, and some on my grandma's side, and some on my granddaddy's side. I got a huge family.
She's gonna make
When you
some
talk
up.
about just Quinn being our only child,
Lord.
but I have an abundance of cousins. But I wouldn't say who, but I would just want to handpick which cousins could live on my compound because those are the ones I would want to see, and those are the ones who food I like to eat.
Lord Jesus. Okay. Hey, Shanice. Ryan said fully fund the side businesses. Yes,
Yes.
businesses, the
Come
plural.
on, businesses, the
Yeah.
plural, plural,
Shanice said, let
plural.
me brag on my cousin Carla right quick. Cause hold on, cause look, the F good at the wedding. We some fine. You right, Shanice.
I want to
We
see
are fine.
pictures. I want to
We
see
are
pictures.
fine, Shanice. But just to brag on my cousin Laura. Laura is the one of us that's probably not as flashy
Uh
as the
huh.
rest of us are, but she was so cute. She
Laura
gonna
had a
kill
good
me.
time. I saw Laura
Had
dance by
an
that live.
amazing time.
Laura, I saw
Yeah,
you dancing.
I don't think she
You,
realized I posted that video.
you did a
She
little
might have just
shrink the thing with the
she
shoulders, Laura.
might she might have just figured that out. Like just now.
Laura, Laura, you did this little number right here. I said, oh, get it, Laura.
She might have just figured that out. Shanice, I'm mad I ain't get no picture with you. But I'm glad I got to see your little cute self. Girl, the curls was popping,
You
okay?
did
Okay.
that. Yes, you did. Curls popping. Clock that.
Come on. Mother of the groom had to show
She an
completely
in-law.
out.
She an in-law.
Completely out. So yes. Okay. Did we get any more? Oh, I got a
No,
message.
ma'am.
Hold on. Hold
No,
on.
ma'am.
Lord,
Right.
my knee hurt today. Just ice it down. We ain't got another family wedding for a while. We good.
Right.
We straight.
Ice it and put some heat on it.
Yeah,
Alternate.
that's all. You good. You fine. You
That's
perfectly
called over
fine.
40, Lori. That's what
All
happens
right.
to us now. Random
So
pain.
I got this one. If I had indisposable income, I would choose to help a family member who's struggling with addiction. My goal has always been to open an addiction rehab facility. This family member really needs the help, and I would choose to have them as my first patient. I like
Okay.
that. I like that.
That was that would be nice. Yes.
I like
Now
that.
I see mediocre with my grill comment.
A little bit,
I didn't know it was gonna be like a massive amount of money.
but we'll stick with your grill. I
I
just didn't know
mean,
that
I
you
would have
wanted it to
multiple
be.
grills,
I
but
just
no,
did you say multiple?
I did. I want different ones for different occasions. No, but seriously, I probably would have like multiple businesses or something. I always wanted to be a
Okay,
business owner, but not necessarily knowing what type of business I would go into.
okay,
But I like to
okay.
talk, so whatever it is, it will put me in the forefront to talk to
You
people.
wouldn't want to do vocal training?
I don't want to train nobody. People don't listen. Just saying. I don't want to train my people, but I would like something that lets me talk to people. I like to interact with people. I'm a people person until I'm not.
Let's read Shanice's
Yeah.
comment. So Shanice said, I can't speak for nobody else's family, but in mine, a junkie gonna be a junkie. I love that for you and your family, because over here I ain't wasting my time. It
Oh,
is a
Shanice.
noble thing to, but it's noble. I get what's going on. Yeah, I understand that. I do.
Oh, I like that. I like that, Lori. I would do a family trip. Lori said I would do a family trip and take everyone to get a grill and do a family photo shoot. Lord,
Lord,
can I come? Can I be an honorary cousin?
Lord Jesus. Hey, Faye. It, okay, yeah. Why we gotta have grills
I
though?
because it's fire. That's why it's fire. Get it. It's where it's at. And you ain't gotta have like it ain't gotta cover your whole tooth. You could do like Carla. When I tell you,
You
I
will
have been.
not be out here with one gold tooth or one blinged
No,
out
I'm talking
tooth.
about the
No,
trim.
ma'am.
Like it's the trim
Oh,
around the
okay.
tip. Oh my god, it's fire. I'm gonna send you some of the pictures I've been saving because I'm trying to compile what I want.
All right,
I'm so
Goldie.
excited. Mm-hmm.
Oh God, you're right, Lord. This is completely supervised and unhinged.
Yeah,
So
it's okay.
okay,
That's how we
okay.
like it. We're grown.
I
We're
guess
auntie status. We're the older aunties now.
I was officially auntie status this weekend at the wedding.
Like that.
I was like, oh God.
Did you like it?
It was interesting because
Uh
that's
huh.
how I kind of really understood the kids were grown.
Mm-hmm.
It, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that because they
Mm-hmm.
had some conversations with me, and I was like, wait, what? Y'all were
Now
just my babies.
don't be the stick in the mug auntie now.
I
Let them be able to
wasn't.
tell you the stuff. Cause I got
I,
one like that.
no, there was no judgment. We
Okay.
had fun.
You gotta keep your
So
face
yeah,
straight.
yeah, yeah.
You gotta
They were so
listen.
comfortable. I was like,
Right.
oh,
That means you're the cool
right.
auntie.
I was like, oh God.
I'm gonna tell you a quick
Okay.
story. So me and my cousins, we all went out. Right. I can imagine y'all are a family full of comedians, Lord. I can imagine.
No, literally.
Yeah. So me and
Everybody
some
has
cousins.
jokes at the wrong
Oh
time,
Lord, not at the wrong time.
but also at the right time.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Long as the jokes were had and people were full of libation.
Straight,
Any libation?
straight from the trunk.
Hey, yes, sir. Good
Straight
job.
from the
Good job.
trunk.
Me and some cousins, we decided to go with our aunts to see what was that movie? What's the movie with y'all know I'm horrible with the names. Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett, and Tiffany Haddish. You remember when that first came out?
Girl trip.
That one. We saw that. And you know the special scene where the guy was in the hotel room and they moved the curtain back and the man was outside the window?
Yeah.
Honey. Why my aunts, oh Lord, cover your eyes. We're all grown with kids. We've seen numerous of those.
This is
She
my
was
first
so,
rodeo.
baby, listen, all of us were very, very grown with kids. And I'm thinking something crawling on me, and I don't have animals in my house. And guess who it is?
Okay.
Right. So, needless to say, she was traumatized and she won't go to a movie with us ever again. I, I still find it humorous.
I about to say that came out in like 2018, 17.
She, yeah, it was around that time. And she won't ever go to another movie with us again because she don't think we're old enough to see things of that nature.
Y'all got kids.
Right. Some of us have grown kids. But in her mind, we still 10.
Child,
And that
aunties
movie
let it
was
go.
Boomerang. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Or New
So,
Jack City.
right.
Seen it in New Jack City. Yeah, yeah.
But that's all I said. I said all that to say, be the cool auntie.
Oh yeah, I got it. I
Hmm.
got it. So Brandy said auntie status is cool.
It
It's
is.
cool. It's cool. Shanice said you definitely the auntie now. Meanwhile, I'm the oh Lord, here she come cousin. No, you're not. We love
Shanice,
you,
why they say,
Shanice.
oh Lord, here she come? What do you act up?
She don't well, maybe. But still. Then Lord said I'm the serious one.
And Lord, I don't even believe that.
Thank you for joining us on Monday Moves and Chat, because
Right.
now Lori lying. But
Right.
you're just lying. You're telling a fib. You're just telling a fib. But nonetheless, from tonight's show, thank y'all. We appreciate it. Have the serious conversations, have the hard conversations, make decisions. Don't live off of trauma bonds. Don't be insensitive about grief. I'm trying to think of everything we talked about.
Right.
Love on your family, the ones that you like. Okay, just the ones that you like. So we thank y'all so much for joining in. We
Thank y'all
miss
for joining us.
we do. We miss Ashley. So
Yes,
Ashley
we
will be
do.
back. We miss her, but she'll be back next week. She's doing wife duties. Um so I'm the cousin they love, but given that you look like you behaving. But it's not gonna do it, Quinn. It's racist. It's racist. But thank y'all again. We ask that you share. Ashley's on PTO.
Yes, she
Ashley is on
is.
PTO.
She really is.
Prepare the others. I will not be there.
Prepared us. She prepared us earlier.
She did.
And then I was gonna prepare y'all, but she beat me to the text. So I was like, I guess I'll come to work.
Because
Y'all
she
ever be like
prepared
that?
first. She prepared first. She beat you to it. But
Whose other
nonetheless,
coworker
thank
call out
y'all.
before you?
That's a whole nother conversation.
I'm just
No,
saying.
yeah.
If you guys have any submissions you want to send us, you can always inbox us at Monday Moves and Chats on our page. If you're not a friend of our page, go and like and share our page. Go and look at previous videos, and you can also see previous videos of our shows on YouTube at Monday Moves and Chats.
Yep.
If you have any other submissions you want to send to us on topics or things you want us to discuss, you can also email us at
mmchat3, the number 3, at gmail.com. mmchat3 at gmail.com. Yes. Well, you got a
right.
6. It's just 3.
Right. Oh, just one hand. I'm just trying to show y'all 3. I got carpal tunnel on my finger. Don't wanna. Anyway, y'all have a good night. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us. My name is Quinn.
I'm Carla.
Your Money Moon and Chatters. We're 2/3, and there's Ashley.
We
She gonna
miss
come to
you,
work next week.
Ash. We miss you, Mikey. We'll see you later. Bye, y'all. Y'all have a good week. Bye.
Bye.